an official position paper endorsed, signed by the National Chairman of Labour Party, Barrister Julius Abure, and the National Secretary of Labour Party, Alhaji Umar Farouk Ibrahim. I'm only presenting. It has become necessary to call this press conference to state the Labour Party's position as it relates to the Supreme Court judgment due to the deliberate misrepresentation of facts about the judgment in some quarters. Secondly, we notice an attempt to blackmail INEC into taking wrong decisions, and that is why it has become imperative for me and for the party to put the record straight and put the issues into the proper perspective. The judgment as given by Supreme Court actually validated the convention of this party held in 2024. So I read the text. The position of Labour Party.
After what seems to be like 2 weeks quietness and silence from Labour Party, now the party leaders are out there calling out what it calls deliberate misinterpretation of the Supreme Court ruling of April 4th, 2025. Now, Labour Party is saying that people are clearly misinterpreting the judgment. Now, Labour Party is saying that people are clearly misinterpreting the judgment of the Supreme Court, which was ruled. Now, in a strongly worded press briefing signed by the National Chairman of Labour Party and the National Secretary, Umar Farouk and Julius Abure, they say that this judgment of Supreme Court validates its March 2025 convention, and they are saying that the Supreme Court actually said that external factors should not meddle with the internal crisis of Labour Party. Now, what they are saying is that this means that even INEC do not have to meddle with Labour Party's business. Now, let's look at these videos.
After critically reviewing the Supreme Court judgment delivered on the 4th of April, 2025, and states as follows. 1. The Supreme Court, contrary to speculations, actually reaffirmed the National Convention of the party held on the 27th of March 2024 at Nnewi, where it stated thus: the reason for the non-justiciability of internal disputes of a political party is simple, and that is that in the eyes of the law, a political party is a corporate entity with its constitution, rules, regulations, and guidelines, which are binding on all members who, having joined freely, have consented to be so bound. See Abagunde versus Ondo State House of Assembly and others, 2015. Number 2, the internal affairs of a political party can be defined as matters, situations in which only the political party, to the exclusion of others, can make decisions. It means that the constitution of the party must hold sway and be followed in all matters. Flowing from the above, the Constitution has created organs which makes decisions for the party. Such organs are the National Working Committee, the National Executive Council, NEC, and the National Convention. The Constitution has equally spelled out the functions of these organs. Number 3, accordingly, in line with the internal mechanisms of the party, the current NWC of the party was elected on the 27th of March 2024 in a national convention. Number 4, the Supreme Court admonished the party members to respect the constitution of the party when it stated thus, quote Supreme Court, political parties have put in place diverse kinds of internal dispute resolution mechanisms to handle any matter arising from disputes among them. Political parties and their members should therefore have faith in the internal dispute resolution mechanisms prescribed in their party constitution. Having subscribed to the membership of a political party, a member of a political party has, by his membership, agreed to be bound by the constitution and the decision of the party contained in its guidelines. So the politicians must comply with the provisions of the party constitution on how disputes over the internal affairs of the party can be resolved in keeping with the legal doctrine that internal affairs of a political party are non-justiciable and therefore not subject to the judicial powers of the court. Intermittently, we'll bring out some of these points from the Supreme Court judgment to adumbrate on the outcome or the decision of the Supreme Court, indicating that crisis in the political party must be resolved within the political party in line with the laws and the constitution of a political party. Anything outside that is not, permitted, and that is why it is said that it is not within the powers of the court to decide on what happens in the political party. Supreme Court brought it out here explicitly. I agree entirely with the above. Political parties must learn to adhere to their constitutions and guidelines and the conduct of their domestic affairs. Consequently, we admonish Alex Oti, the governor of Abure State, and Peter Obi, former presidential candidates for our party in 2023 general elections, who are the protagonists of the current division in the party, to hear the Supreme Court loud and clear. Number 5, prior to the National Convention, the party fulfilled all legal requirements to hold a valid National Convention in line with the party constitution, Electoral Act, and 1999 Constitution. For the avoidance of that, Article 14(2)(b) of the party constitution provides, shall cause to be issued notices of meetings of the National Convention, National Executive Council, the National Working Committee, in consultation with the National Chairman. Section 82, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 provides, every registered political party shall give the Commission at least 21 days of notice of any convention, congress, conference, or meeting convened for the purpose of merger and electing members of its Executive Council, other governing bodies, or nominating candidates of any elective offices specified under this Act. Point to be noted here, must give INEC 21 days of notice before taking up any of such meetings, as convened by the National Secretary in agreement with the National Chairman of the political party. I think it goes across all the political parties. Again, in Section 82, verse 2A of the Electoral Act 2022 also provides, the Commission may, with or without prior notice to the political party, attend and observe any convention, congress, conference, or meeting which is convened by a political party for the purpose of electing members of its executive committees of other governing bodies. Article 1, Section 1, subsection 3 of INEC Regulations and Guidelines for Political Party Operatives provides, the national chairman and the national secretary of the party shall sign the notice of meetings, conventions, or congresses and submit.
Labour Party is not just clarifying things. It sounds like a warning. Now, Labour Party has come out to say that some people are trying to destabilize the party by clearly misinterpreting the Supreme Court ruling. Now, it's saying that even the party leadership is still properly managed by them. Now, they issued a warning to Obi and Alex Oti, asking them to respect the constitution of the party. Now, it's saying that people are out there claiming that Labour Party is under a crisis. The party is clearly clarifying that there is no crisis, that they are going to manage everything about the party internally, and then that other people should stop misinterpreting whatever that is going on with Labour Party. And they said that the party is still managed properly. That is just people outside misinterpreting information and the ruling that happened on 4th of April. Now, Labour Party has come out to say that people should stop misinterpreting judgment, because Supreme Court clearly ruled that parties' business should be solved internally, that INEC has no business getting involved. Does this mean that Julius Abure is still Labour Party chairman? Now, they are saying that Alex, Oti, and Peter Obi should respect the party's constitution, that the party has a constitution that must be respected. This means that all these other factions of Labour Party, people that are trying to create a different faction from what is known, should stop it. That is what the party leadership wants, that nobody should go against the party constitution. Any meeting that is not signed or recognized by the party leadership should not be held. If the meeting is not sanctioned, it should not be held. And saying that INEC has no business getting involved with whatever that is going on in Labour Party. Labour Party should take care of its own business internally, and external bodies and external factors should not try to encroach. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.